Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the ComfyUI PuLID. This is the SDXL version. I've already made a video on this topic about 4 months back, but quite a few subscribers are telling me that they are having issues following this video. So I'm going to make an updated video on the same topic. Note that I will not go into detail on how to download the models or where to place it, because this video here is still relevant. Instead, I'm going to talk about the new errors which happen during the installation process. And during those 4 months, there were quite a few updates on ComfyUI side. But as you can see in the GitHub repository here, we did not get a lot of updates for the project itself. So that's why quite a few number of errors are popping up, especially for new users. By the way, if you have difficulty following along, I'm going to leave a link where you can read the step-by-step guide. So I've noted all these steps when I was trying this out on the latest version, and you can try to follow along like this. So check the link in the description below if you want the written version. Now, going back to this video here, the ComfyUI PuLID with SDXL, like the title says, you will need to use an SDXL base model. There is a ComfyUI PuLID with Flux, and that is from a different developer. Okay, in today's video, I'm only going to talk about this one from the Cubic developer. All right, so one of the main issues that we are having installing the PuLID version is incompatibility between the Python version. So I've downloaded the latest version of ComfyUI here. I'm going to extract it and do the same thing that you would usually do. So basically, I'm simulating a new user here. Now, if you are one of my older subscribers and you want to upgrade to the latest version, I'm going to suggest you to download a new copy of ComfyUI and use it for PuLID, because there's quite a few number of dependencies which requires different version. So if you already have ComfyUI installed, the best method would be to just copy the folder, ignoring the models. You can always use the YAML file, the extra path file, to link to your models. But just get a fresh ComfyUI install, test out if you're able to install the PuLID, and then you can decide whether to merge it with your main ComfyUI installation. Okay, it's done extracting. I will go inside it and go inside this Python embedded folder. Then at the top here, just type in CMD, press enter. It will open a terminal, usually like the CMD terminal, and it will tell you the path to the Python embedded folder. Now, in my case, the way I have my terminal set up is that it will automatically start a conda environment. As you can see here, base. If yours is same as me, if you see base, it's not going to work. So we'll need to get around this conda environment. So for that, I'm going to go into the start menu, type in CMD. If CMD doesn't show anything, you can also type in command prompt like this, and then select the system one, command prompt. Now you just need to click on it, or you can click on open. And in this version, you can see that there are no base that's in front, while in my PowerShell here, it was showing base here. So make sure yours is same as mine. It doesn't show any conda virtual environment there. Now next, go back into your ComfyUI folder. So mine is in downloads folder. I'm just doing a new installation here. Go back to the Python embedded folder, right click on it, and then copy as path. You can also press the shortcut key. In the terminal here, you will type in CD, which stands for change directory, and then paste that path. Press enter, and it should change to your Python embedded folder now. So type in python.exe -- version like this, press enter, and it will tell you your Python version. Now, as you can see, mine with this latest download here, I'm on 3.12, but for this video, I was on 3.11. So that's where some of the issues, the newer issues, are coming up. Now, once you confirm your Python environment, just keep it in mind, or you can write it down and simply start ComfyUI. Now, since this is a new installation, I'm going to use the extra model path.yaml so that I can link it with my main ComfyUI models folder. Now, this is ComfyUI, so I'm going to press Control / after highlighting these, the automatic 11 one, and this is going to comment out these lines here. So when you see a hashtag in front, it means that it's commented out. You can also manually type in the hashtag. Scroll down to ComfyUI and again highlight it, press the same shortcut key, Control / it will uncomment it. And the only thing we need to do is to change the base path here. So go to your Explorer and navigate to the main ComfyUI installation and look for this ComfyUI folder inside the ComfyUI Windows Portable folder. Right click, copy as path, remove this path to ComfyUI, and then paste your Python path. Now I'm going to remove the quotation mark in front and at the back, and then change these backslash to /. So simply do like this. And then at the end here, if you do not have a /, put 1 so that it's consistent with everything that we have below. You can press Ctrl S to save. You can go to File, Save as well. Okay, so go back to your copied ComfyUI installation or that backup installation and then run ComfyUI, and you will see here it's going to say adding extra search, and then it's going to find your checkpoints. So we know that the YAML file is working now. Now in this installation, because this is a fresh installation, I do not have the ComfyUI manager. If you don't have it, somewhere here I have a video where it says how to install ComfyUI and ComfyUI manager. Watch this video and install the ComfyUI manager if you are new. If you already have an old ComfyUI installation that you're using as your main one, then navigate to it, go inside ComfyUI, custom nodes, and look for the ComfyUI manager folder. Select it, press Ctrl C, or you can right click, click on this copy icon. Go to the new ComfyUI portable installation, ComfyUI, custom nodes, and then press Ctrl V to paste, or you can press this icon here that says paste. Okay, we have the ComfyUI manager folder. So go back into the portable folder and double click on Run NVIDIA to start ComfyUI once again. You may have to close out the previous terminal. Okay, so once it's start ComfyUI, if you go back to the terminal, you should see the ComfyUI manager and it should tell you that it's imported correctly. Now in the web UI, we'll go into manager. At the top, let's click on custom nodes manager, where we have the search bar. We'll search for PuLID and install the first one that says PuLID_ComfyUI. As you can see, we have a Flux version as well. But today I'm showing you the SDXL version. Let's click on install. And if we check the terminal here, we can see that it's going to download and install the PuLID version. Now, back to the web UI, it tells here that we need to restart ComfyUI. So we can click on this button here that says restart. Click on OK. We get a notification here saying reconnecting. Going into the CMD terminal, we can see that it's installing some packages. And right here, we can see that it's installing NumPy 2.1.3. This may become an issue later on, and I'll show you how to fix it if yours is the same. Now, continue to monitor the log, and somewhere it will tell you collecting InsightFace, and then it's trying to install InsightFace 0.7.3, and you can see it's saying installing build dependencies, and then we get a long error log here. If yours is the same, then you probably have the same issue that I'm having, and I'm going to show you how to fix it. Now continue monitoring it, just keep on scrolling, and somewhere it will tell you module not found, InsightFace. Again, if you have the same issue, I will be able to solve your problem. Now at the end, it will tell you import failed, and then basically PuLID was not installed correctly, so it cannot import it. Now at this stage, we can close out this terminal. We've already identified the issue. So in the description of this video, I'm going to leave a link to this repository. You can see the link on the screen if you want to type it manually. Just click on it. It will take you to a GitHub repository where you can download the InsightFace compiled version. It's a wheel file, and we need to download the correct version for our ComfyUI Python version. So remember earlier I said type in python.exe --version, and then it gave us the Python version. Make sure that you are inside the Python embedded folder first. So mine is 3.12. So on this page here, I'm going to download the InsightFace 0.7.3 CP 3.12. If you have Python 3.11 in the terminal, then you will download the 3.11 one. If you have 3.10, you will download the 3.10 version. I don't think anyone will have 3.9 at this point. If you do, then I suggest just upgrading to the latest version, since a lot of custom nodes will be using 3.12 moving forward. So to download it, simply click on the name. It will open another page and will tell you view raw. Just look for this download raw file here, this button, and click on it. It will download. Now some of you, it will download in the bottom corner. Mine, it's at the top right. So I'm going to click on save as and save it in your Python embedded folder. So mine, I will go into downloads, look for the ComfyUI Windows Portable, go inside Python embedded, and then save it here. Okay, once it's completed, I'm going to go back to the terminal. Now, of course, if you don't have the path here, again, just go back, type in cmd, type in cd, and then paste your path to the Python embedded folder. Next, type in python.exe-m pip install insight, and then press the tab key. It should autocomplete with that InsightFace 0.7.3 and then whatever version that you have. It should end with .whl wheel file. Now make sure you are not renaming this file. Do not rename it. If you've renamed yours by accident when you were downloading it, go back, download a fresh copy, or you can copy this name here at the top and then rename your InsightFace file. Now press enter here, and now you can see it's actually downloading the packages necessary for InsightFace, and it's going to install it at the bottom here. Now this will also install Onyx, which is required for PuLID. If you get any of these warnings here, you can ignore those. Okay, so we have everything. I'm going to type in clear to clear out the output. Actually, I'm in CMD right now, so I need to type in CLS. Now, do not close out this terminal. We'll come back to this terminal if in case we get any issues. Now, in my case, I already know I'm going to get this. So go back to your ComfyUI folder and run the NVIDIA_GPU. Now, once it's started, go all the way down where it says import times for custom node and check if your PuLID version was imported successfully. For some of you, it might say like a couple of seconds here and then no import failed message, which means that PuLID was installed successfully. Most of you on Python 3.12, you will get this message here that says the NumPy, where is it? Here, NumPy D type is incompatible. And if we scroll up a little bit, it's going to say NumPy somewhere here. So let's close this and go back to the Python embedded folder. And like I said, I'm going to leave a link to the written version. At the bottom, there will be a couple of things that you will need to install. Select the first one, highlight it, press Ctrl+C to copy. Go into your terminal, paste it, and then press enter. It will download the correct version for the Python 3.12. Now, simply repeat the same for each line. So the first one is filter PyWheel. The second one is FaceXlib. Now, the third one, we have two packages. It's the tim and ftfy. So copy, paste. Press enter. Even if it says requirements already satisfied, that's fine. And this last one is the reason as to why I said you should make a backup copy. Right now, this PuLID version will work with NumPy version 1.26. But if you remember correctly, when we were installing the InsightFace, it installed the NumPy 2.1.3 version. So we'll need to downgrade our NumPy Now, the issue with this is that once I do this, PuLID will work, but newer custom nodes by other developers might not work. So this is just an issue, compatibility and the lack of update in the project itself. So if we want to have PuLID, but we also want to have other custom nodes, I suggest just make a copy of your ComfyUI installation, install PuLID with the correct dependencies, the correct version on that one, and then use a separate installation as your main installation, which is what I'm doing here. So let me copy this line here and paste it. As you can see, it says Python, then we have the force reinstall, and then the NumPy version, which is 1.26. Press enter. It will tell you that it found the previous NumPy version and it's uninstalling it, and then it will install the newer, well, in this case, an older version. Okay, so once you've done all of this, go back to the ComfyUI Windows Portable and install it. And now you should see PuLID ComfyUI, and it should not have any error messages. Now, just in case, if yours still says like some error messages that I've not touched on today, then go into the video comments down below and just let me know what are the different messages that you are getting. I've covered all the error messages I've got when I was doing the installation process, but some of you may have different issues, so you can let me know. Now, by the way, if you do not have the portable version, the only thing that will change when you are doing all of these steps would be this python.exe. You will need to find your python.exe. So let's say you are using a conda environment. That conda environment will need to be activated, and then you will use that conda Python version to basically install all of these requirements. Now, unfortunately, it changes because the conda name changes, and if somebody is using like a different type of installation, if they've manually done it, then their Python executable may be in a different location. So just find it. You can, by the way, you can use a tool like this, Everything. It's a Windows free tool, and you can type in python.exe in here. It will tell you all the different Python exe that you have, and just make sure you are selecting the correct one from here. Basically, all you need to do, let's say your Python version is here in this path here. Select it, right click, and then copy as path. Then you will go into your terminal like this and press Ctrl V to paste the Python path, and then you would do the same thing. So -m pip install, and one of them was facelib like this. You will do this way. Okay, so hopefully I've covered all the scenarios that can lead to an error, and hopefully by following this method, you've managed to get the PuLID ComfyUI installed. Now, from here on, you will need to watch the video here, continue to watch this video, and start from here where it says downloading the necessary models. And well, of course, you can look at the workflow, conclusion, and so on. All right, so hopefully this video was helpful to some of you. A lot of my subscribers will tell me that they were getting issues. Today itself, I think I replied to one and suggested a couple of solutions. By the way, some of you may get a message here in the terminal that says you need to install Visual Studio. But if you go to this website here, to the GitHub repository, and you download and install this InsightFace correctly, you don't need to have Visual Studio. Now, just in case one of you is wondering what version I have, these are everything that I have on my machine right now. All right, so that is it for me. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments down below if you were able to solve your issues. Have a nice day, take care, and I'm going to see you in the next one.